First skate pick, he can go wherever he wants. He's going back where he got the whole shot last time. Kind of a little far inside, but he makes it work. Hey, he's got to focus. He's got to race. Leave him alone. Decent start, he's in about fifth. See where they come around. We got first, second, and third. Drop that shit, go, bro! Come on, Logan, move out of the way. Go, Mason, go! Finally makes a move on number 11. Mason moves into second. Last lap, guys. I think this might be a battle for first. I'm not sure. 110 right there. I think Mason just caught first. Let's see if he can pass him. Neck and neck. Oh, don't push back, Mason, just focus, go! Close the door, close the door! Alright, everyone do me a favor and put in the comments, Mason, stop looking back. If that cost him the lead, I would have been so frustrated. Mason!
I went from 4th to 1st.
Was that a W? You got the win? Sweet! That was rad. Good job. 110, didn't crash?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you held him off. You kept looking back. Try not to look back so much. In the 50 open class, Mason did a lot better that moto. He had a good start. I think he started about 3rd or 4th. Worked his way up to about 5th or 6th by the checkered flag. But it went good. He only hit a couple kids, so that was good. So we had a recommendation from our trainer to move Luke's bars back just a little bit. So they are directly above the forks. So I did that last time. Do you notice anything different? Does it steer a little bit better?
I mean, I think it's easier to, I'm noticing I can go through corners better.
Is it a little more stable in the corners? Gotcha, yeah. So we just put the bars directly above the forks, like in line right above the forks, and it seems to be working good for him. I just realized something, guys. Luke has won races before. He's won 2. Mason has won races before. He's won lots. But they have never both won a race on the same night. Mason's won his motos. Luke won his first moto. So I don't want to jinx it, but potentially we could have a family first. 2 wins tonight.
You got this, bro!
Let's do some quick math while I walk. Luke got first, number 75 got second, number 50 got third. So if number 50 wins and Luke gets second in the second moto, then Luke will get the overall. But if number 75 wins and Luke gets second, then Luke won't get the overall. So Luke has to finish ahead of 75 or he can get second if 50 wins. Got it?
A lot of boring math later.
Ooh, big pile up. See who's that behind him? I can't tell yet.
Meanwhile,
You alright, buddy?
Done for tonight? I think did you hit your head hard time?
Who did this to you? I'll take him out. Just let me know.
Hey, 2 kids.
Luke did it?
No,
Oh, Luke's in big trouble now.
no, and some other kid next to him.
Alright, Luke's in second. Hunter's in first. So Luke's in second. He looks to be all alone right now. If it stays that way, if Hunter stays in first and Luke stays in second, he'll get the overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good talk. Hunter's got a big lead like a football field. Ride smart! Last lap, ride smart! Good job, buddy. Just ride smart. There it is, guys. How's the hand? Is it hurt still?
Yeah, really bad.
Oh, blood, I'm sorry. I would give you knuckles, but never mind, we'll steal it. Okay, there you go. Woo! Man, that was rad, guys. 2 wins in 1 night. Family personal record right there. Good job, Luke. Good job, Mason. Not bad for a cringy little YouTube channel. Last moto of the night, 65 open. Currently in 4th, got 5th right behind him. He seems tired. Not riding as aggressive as last time. He's definitely not on it or keeping up with the kids he was earlier tonight, so I don't know if there's a problem or if he's just getting tired. Okay, so it is 12 o'clock and we are on the road and we've got some cool things now. We've got this, which is pretty cool. And then where's the other one? Where is it? Where'd it go? I don't know. We probably lost it. We have another one of these somewhere. So we've got 2 of those to take home and we also have some cool stories. So we'll have to share that with you tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for the video as far as the riding and racing portion goes. I know it was a long video, so I don't know how many people are still watching, but I did want to share a little bit about our experience with people at the track. So our videos, we try not to just post riding footage, but you can get that anywhere. You can go pretty much any channel out there, you could watch people ride dirt bikes. But we try to post a little bit behind the scenes, what we're going through, the process, the journey, and the ups and downs. I mean, we haven't been shy. We've showed some really bad things and struggles that we've gone through in racing, and we've showed the highlights and the best moments that we've experienced, and everything in between. So we've met a lot of really cool people at the track, through riding, through YouTube. It's been awesome. We've made some awesome friends. We've met the coolest people, and I guess with that, you're gonna meet some not so cool people, right? Let me try to explain this. There's a few different parts, but just bear with me. It's gonna take me a few minutes, but let me try to explain everything so that you understand what's going on. Earlier this summer, we had a situation where Luke was in a race, and he was in second, following the kid in first. The kid fell over in a turn. Luke had nowhere to go. He ran into him. I didn't see what happened. I didn't know about it until after the race. Luke comes up to me. He says, "Hey, I ran over a kid."
He hit the kid in first and ran him over.
I feel so bad, dude, because he gave me a fist bump at the start of the race.
Oh, really? I go through the GoPro footage, and yeah, this kid got whacked pretty good, right? We don't know who this kid is, so we try to track him down. We try to find him. We walk around the pit. Sure enough, we find this kid, and we go up to him, we introduce ourselves, we apologize that it happened, and make sure he's okay. And believe me, guys, we went above and beyond to try to be nice and friendly with this family. We chatted with them for a long time. We were very complimentary about the kid and his riding, and we thought everything was all good. The next day, the mom messages me on Instagram, and I'm not gonna use her real name, just for the video, we'll call her Karen C. So she messages me, and she's like, hey, did your son's GoPro happen to catch my son's crash? I'm like, yeah, no problem. So give me a second, let me pull it up, and I'll post it to Instagram so you can see it. So I post the video to Instagram. I guess some key information would be that I included the audio where he got hit and then he starts crying. And I don't remember exactly, but I imagine probably what I did is I cut it off right after he started crying. Usually that's what I do with my kids. So if my kids crash and they start crying, I'll maybe include like a couple seconds, like a 1 Mississippi of them crying, just so that you get for dramatic effect, so you realize how hard of an impact it was. But I'm not just gonna post ongoing content of my kids crying. So I imagine that's probably what I did with this kid. So I posted the video, and ironically, this happened not too long ago. In fact, a few days ago, the same thing happened, but with Hunter Pinkley. He basically tipped over in a turn right in front of Luke. Luke smacked into him. So with me, I'm not just gonna post something to Instagram, but I'm gonna try to make it interesting or funny, or comment something a little witty, right? So for the caption on the Instagram post of this kid getting hit, I put not again, or something like that, hashtag not again. So the post gets a couple people laughing, it gets a few LOLs. I think that Karen C thought people were laughing at her son getting hurt. And there may have been a few comments where people were like, that's what he gets for falling over, or he blew the rut, or you know, I don't know, whatever. Just typical comments you get when you post stuff online, right? I don't think anything of it. I should have been more sympathetic, I suppose, and checked with Karen C and been like, hey, I'm sorry about these comments. Do you want me to take the video down? I didn't think to do that, but to be fair to me, I literally get 100 comments every single day on different platforms where people are like, dude, your kid sucks, he needs to shift up, he needs to shift down, use a clutch, that bike's too big, he's not fast enough. I get that all the time. So I guess maybe I'm kind of numb to it, so I should have been a little bit more sympathetic. But Karen C, okay, so I go on Instagram a few times a day just to check comments or whatever. Every time I went to Instagram, she had gone back and replied to all the comments. Like, no, my son's not slow, or he's actually really fast, he's won races before. Like, she's getting into arguments with people commenting on the post. Obviously, this was something that was affecting her. I guess I should have had the presence of mind to know to take it down or something, but whatever, I didn't. I forgot about it. I moved on. Okay, second part of the story. I believe it was Luke's second moto, his 65 novice class second moto. There was a crash behind him. I caught the crash on camera, and then I kind of kept track of Luke for the first half a lap until he was out of my view, just to make sure if something happened, I saw and captured it on camera. As soon as Luke was in the clear, out of my view, I went over to check on the kids in the crash to see what happened, if they're okay, if we knew who they were, and it was Parker, a kid named Parker, number 28. He's been in the videos before. He came up to us at Riverdale to introduce himself. We put him in a video. I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't know if he was okay, so I'm like, hey, he might want to have this clip in our video. So I pull out my camera and I go and say hi and check on him. Usually, if somebody gets hurt, if somebody that we know is comfortable with being on a video, if they get hurt, then I'll get a clip. Maybe I'll give him a shout out, maybe a mention. I did that with Big Hunter. I did it with Carson. I did it with Shore. Not that it's a big deal, but I mean, like, I don't have much to offer. I can't do much for a kid if they're hurt, but if I can give them a shout out or a mention, that is something I can do. So I will usually try to do that if we are at a track and a kid gets hurt. So I go up to Parker and I'm kind of joking with him. I can see that he's kind of hurt, but he's kind of okay. So I try to think of a way to kind of joke with him, kind of lighten the mood a little bit. So I'm like, okay, who did this to you? What happened? I'll take care of it for you, man. I got your back. Who did this to you? I'll take him out. Just let me know. And then somebody says who it was.
And some other kid next to him.
First of all, guys, I was not serious. I was not threatening anybody. I wasn't gonna say that I was actually going to hurt anyone. I was just trying to cheer up a kid who was hurt and just crashed out of a race. 10 feet out of the gate and the kid's crashed out of the race. I'm just trying to cheer him up, all right? So the dad of said kid who is accused of causing the crash, the dad hears this or overhears this or heard of it. We'll call him the terrorist, okay? So I'm doing my job filming content, and the terrorist decides to follow my wife around the track, and I assume was waiting until she was kind of like at a part of the track where she was kind of alone and there weren't people around. So the terrorist follows my wife Erica, as well as Gina's with her, and goes up and starts terrorizing her and says, hey, I heard that you stated on YouTube that my son caused the crash. He did not cause the crash. You need to retract that from YouTube or else I'm gonna kick your ass. I shouldn't be laughing. This is dead serious. This happened, okay? We have a witness. Gina witnessed this. He threatened to kick my wife's ass. And she's like, look, I did not make those comments. My husband's the one with the camera. I don't know what he said. And he's like, well, he needs to retract the comment or else I'm gonna kick your husband's ass and then I'll kick yours too. Okay, I don't know if he knows how YouTube works, but did he think I was doing a live video or something? And even if it was a live video, like how do you retract a comment? Like does YouTube have a 1-800 number? Hey, excuse me, YouTube? Yeah, I'd like to retract my comment from the earlier video. I'd like to have that retracted, please. And also I'm still waiting on my silver play button. If you could please retract my comment and send the silver play button, not necessarily in that order. Like what does he think? Like you could just call YouTube and retract comments? I don't know. He was also saying something about my son's honor, like you destroyed my son's honor. You need to restore my son's honor. You need to apologize to him for that comment to restore his honor. I don't know. Anyways, the guy was threatening my wife. He was following her around. She was like, please leave me alone. Please stop following me. He kept following her around. She tried to find me. I was on the other side of the track filming Lillian past Chris. So she goes up to the tower and talks to the head guy, Lance. Lance wasn't any help. He basically said, look, people get in arguments all the time. He didn't do anything physical. There's nothing I could do about it. So Erica was scared and was crying and then turns around and then sure enough, right there is Karen B with her phone out. And Karen B is like, how does it feel now that you're crying and you're the one being filmed and I'm gonna post this to social media? Classy, right? Okay, so I find out about this from, I think Little Hunter comes up and says, hey, your mom's crying.
Yeah, your mom's crying.
Mechanic.
Why? Where's
I don't know, she's over there. She went. Where? Over there. Where's over there?
So I go find her find out the full story of what is going on. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? Do I go and confront the people, or I don't know, maybe I should go talk to Lance and verify it. Just want to make sure if I'm gonna go and confront these people, I want to make sure Lance knows about it and see if he wants to be involved at all. Which he didn't. I went and talked to him, and sure enough, he gave me the same story. Look, I don't want anything to do with this. If something physical happens, then we could worry about it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to these people and smooth things over. I'm usually pretty good. I feel like I'm pretty good at diffusing a situation, calming people down, and resolving conflict. So I'm like, this is gonna be super easy. I'll go up to the mom, I'll apologize. I'll say, I'm sorry, I should have taken it down, fix that problem. And then I'll go up to the terrorist and I'll be like, hey, sorry for the miscommunication. Obviously, I don't know if your son caused the crash. If he did, it's racing, it's just an incident, no worries. And I'll just smooth this over, right? The mistake that we made is I had Gina stand behind us as we went and confronted these people with the camera. She was holding my phone just in case something happened. These people threatened to kick my ass and my wife's ass. So just in case something happened and went down, we would have proof, evidence of what happened, right? But they didn't see it that way. As soon as they saw the phone, even though it was in vertical mode and not landscape mode, when they saw the phone, they're like, oh, you're just trying to get content. You're just filming us for your YouTube channel. And then she's like, you're just filming other people's kids so that you can get footage of them getting hurt so you can make money off of it. And I'm like, okay. First off, no one cares about your kid. See how good I am at a conflict resolution? No, seriously, nobody cares about your kid. The only reason people would watch the videos is to watch our kids progress for the journey. Maybe they're a fan of racing, but nobody's tuning in just to watch your kid, first of all. But then she was just arguing about how she hopes our kids get hurt and just like crazy Karen C type stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is not going anywhere. Maybe I'll have better luck with the terrorist. So I go over here and I go up to the terrorist. I'm like, look, I didn't see who caused the crash, but I didn't say, like, I couldn't even get a sentence out. I could not get a sentence out without him getting like right up in my face. So then I'm not like, I'm gonna back down. So then I kind of like scoot forward like I'm in his face. I could tell at this close of a distance, I could obviously tell that he was, had alcohol in his breath and was probably not thinking clearly. Anyway, so we kind of got into this ugly, disgusting argument. It's too bad because that could have been, it was a really great night. Luke and Mason won their races, which is awesome, but considering we had two kids win on the same night for the first time ever, that was definitely like a special moment for us. But the car ride home was not enjoyable because of, you know, this crappy experience that we had. But someone told me like a year ago when we started getting into the sport and we were talking about how people were so much better. Like in other sports we did, people were super competitive, and in motocross there's more supportive and the more encouraging and warm and inviting. And they said, yeah, that's true until you start getting fast. So once your kid starts getting faster, you start making a lot more enemies. So I didn't believe it at the time, but it's just interesting how people can be sometimes. We're gonna keep doing it because it's fun, the kids love it. It just sucks that there's a little bit of drama that we're starting to encounter now. I wonder if the Deegans have to deal with this crap.